Erev Shabbos, Parshas Chukas. How fascinating it is that the Gemara tells us, Olam hafuch ra'isi, El yoinim lamala, v'tachtoinim lamata. But after 120 years, one of the Heilige Tanoim goes up to Shamayim, and he says, I saw an upside-down world. I saw a world where those who were thought to be in this world great and high-spirited, they're actually the mata. They're actually the lowly in the future world. And those who are thought to be the lowly, those who are low-spirited, and those who seemingly have the least in this world, well, they have the most in the world to come. I was thinking about it, and how that parallels so beautifully what we learn in this week's Parsha, that the Para Aduma, the Lakach Esefa HaPara, what happens to the Kohen, who is the one who is Mazeh, the Efa HaPara, the one who sprinkles the Efa HaPara, he's actually made to become Tomei. So he is Tahor, and when he sprinkles the Efa HaPara, he becomes Tomei. Masha'in Kain, on the other hand, when the person who is Tamei, Thomas Mace, and he's sprinkled with the Efa HaPara, he's sprinkled with the ash of the Para Aduma, he actually is elevated and becomes Tahor. Let's think about the ramifications of this. What goes into the Efa HaPara is not just the burnt ash of the Para Aduma, but it's the lowly hyssop together with the very, very high and elevated of trees, which is, as you all know, the Azov is the hyssop and the Eitz Erez is the highest. So I was thinking, as you see the cityscape behind me, how you have on the one hand some very tall towers, and you have some very low buildings which cannot even be seen behind the trees. And perhaps that's the message for us. The message is, if you're low and you're destitute, whether it's financially, emotionally, if you're depressed, feel like you're hit bottom, just know that the turnaround is not far away, and you could be elevated to the great heights. And if you're at those great heights of those skinny towers standing behind me, just know that you too, just like the Para Aduma and the Efa HaPara and the Kohen Gadol, if you're haughty and you're a Balgaiva, Rahman al-Litzlan, you too could be knocked down very easily to be at the lowest. And perhaps that's the message of this week's Parsha. No one should despair. No matter what your place is in life, you should understand that we live in a world which is fluid. And ultimately, El Yoinim Lamala, the El Yoinim who we view to be Lamala today in the world to come, according to the Tana and the Gemara, they may be Lamata, and the Tachtoinim, those who today are perceived to be the lowly, they will elevate and become Lamala. So no matter what a circumstance is that a Jew is put in, it's all just the nisayon of life. But we have to maintain our emunah and our bitachon, and to be mechazik ourselves, to understand that just as the Efa HaPara takes the Kohen who is Tahor and makes him Tameh, so too it takes the person who is Tameh and elevates him to the heights of Tahira. May we all be elevated as well in life, no matter where our position is, and understand that the Rebbeinu Shalom loves each and every one of us, is looking out for us, and through that belief, may we hang on and also be elevated, l'mayla. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos Kodesh. Good Shabbos.